Yo, welcome back to Gip Town, what's always going down. Like, subscribe, spread the word around. So, today we doing a little different. Now, if you're a true day one Gip Town fan, you know I started with the GOAT debate. You know what I mean? Kobe's still up in my man cave to this day. You know what I mean? So you know how this shit started. This ain't nothing new. It's still in the description. We politic. We talk about the R&B, rap, hip-hop shit, because I see that's what everybody gravitated to. But, you know, sports was football my first love, so we going to talk about it. Boom. That's what they know me for. You heard me? So, listen, man, let's get into it. The Deion Sanders situation is crazy to me. And when I say crazy, I feel like, man, it's bad. It's distasteful. It is madly misrepresentational of how the world should be for someone who has such great standards and accolades in the sport. You hear me? Listen. I'm gonna put it like this. Deion Sanders, for one, played master manipulator so great it's crazy. All he had to say was this.
How much does the father, Deion Sanders, want to be involved in where his son lands?
What would I be involved for?
Yeah.
This is my show. I got this. I'm the band director here. I'm good. I'm straight. I keep telling everybody I'm good here. They didn't believe me, so we had to ink it.
Here, we immensely appreciate you joining us here on SportsCenter.
I got us in with this. I like these colors, though. Don't you like these colors?
Great. You look great on you. I'm trying to get some gear on the way out.
Wink. I like these colors. Yeah.
From one pro day post-game interview, Shedeur went from not going out the top 3 to 9 or better. You hear me? And it kind of made me feel like these analysts is really not as well knowledgeable as they play themselves to be, because at the end of the day, if before Deion said, yeah, I like these colors though, I like the black and gold, everybody knew he was talking about the Saints. And we be realistic about it. Yeah, of course. Anybody who got any sense know that the later you get drafted in the first round, the better team you go to. So yeah, the Saints obviously is a better situation for Shedeur to walk into than the Giants, than the Browns, than the Titans. No questions, right? They're a better team. All the way around the board. I'm going to just say this. If from Deion saying this, making that one statement, how does that change the whole world of everybody mock draft, everybody vision, everybody everything? Deion up until that point where he just threw it on the walkout, I like these colors. He always said, man, he didn't have no preference on where Shedeur go to. Shedeur was spotted wearing Giants cleats one time. You know what I'm saying? And that's the number 3 pick. Cool. I still, in my personal opinion, I don't think the Browns is going to pass Shedeur up. I think the whole scrutiny with Shedeur all the way around the board is being handled misfairly. I feel like because Shedeur is Deion Sanders' son, a lot of teams and a lot of media is covering him unfairly. This man had the highest completion ratage as a quarterback with a horrible offensive line. You know how hard it is to do? He wasn't just no average mediocre quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He really showed up and produced with probably the worst lines ever. Everybody loved Crown. Everybody loved Deion. Everybody want to go play there. But those are all skill players. I.e. Travis Hunter, whatever, this and that. But listen, bro, Shedeur never played quarterback at a bum level, and we can't give him that, even with nothing but just weapons on the outside. He didn't have a strong interior line, and we know that. Everybody who watched football and know football, the line was their weaknesses on both sides of the ball ever since JSU. From JSU to CU. You know what I'm saying? His line was his weakness. And even with that, him and Cam Ward's number was identical. First thing they do before they even before the combine and all that conversation start, Shedeur confident in himself. Oh, he's cocky, he's brash, he's arrogant. Man, listen, bro, come on, man. He's a quarterback. How you gonna have somebody who's supposed to lead your team be like this in a shell and just no, he can't even play it like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. You can't do that. A quarterback has to be him. You got to stand up and lead and be ready to run this team and run this organization. In my opinion, Shedeur Sanders is more ready than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur Sanders played in 2 teams, from the JUCO to the big leagues. From my understanding, Cam Ward played a different team every year. And I'm a true Miami fan, so I ain't mad at nothing that Cam did, because Sean Taylor is still one of my goats in football anyway. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback wise, obviously we give it to Tom Brady, but aside from quarterback, I'm going Sean Taylor all day, every day. And I'm talking about, I got pictures of me in middle school with a Ken Dorsey jersey. Yeah, I'm a real throwback. Clinton Portis, you know what I mean? Jonathan Vilma, Jeremy Shockey. You know what I mean? I'm one of them. I'm an old school Miami Hurricane fan. You know what I'm saying? Ed Reed, all that good stuff. Ray Lewis. You hear me? Yeah. You know what I mean? Shedeur's being slighted, man. Now it went from, first they were saying his arm power wasn't as strong as Cam. Bro, it's pro day. Right or wrong, we ain't gonna ignore the facts. Yeah, his close balls was a little wavy. Top over end, you know what I mean? Cool. But it's a short throw with no defense. Why need to throw a dot for? You know what I'm saying? This man in pads, high completion rating. Period. You what more do you want from a quarterback? You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the dude who said it, but they were like, listen, man, you mean to tell me that Shedeur Sanders, you mean to tell me that Tom Brady, who is also Shedeur Sanders' manager, and, I mean, not his manager, who is Shedeur Sanders' mentor, and Shedeur Sanders is signed to the Tom Brady brand, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost 99.9% sure. But regardless, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, all these great quarterbacks. You mean to tell me Shedeur Sanders is not more athletic than them? Stop it. That's madness. You know what I'm saying? He went a whole season with a trash line and still had the best completion percentage. What are we really talking about for real? But because his dad was confident, because he coming in confident and ready to lead the team, he's brash, he's cocky. Shedeur gonna be a great fit anyway. Anywhere. I don't know why. Like I say, Deion, he definitely flipped the script on this with the whole, he liked the black and gold. Now, Mel Kiper and all these great mock draft picks, they all got Shedeur going to 9 all of a sudden. But before he couldn't get out of the top 3, that's cool. Because in the long run, I don't see Deion being the Arch Manning type dad where if he don't go here, my son ain't gonna play for you. I don't see that happening. But now Shedeur is being favored to go to the Saints just because his dad said he liked the colors. That's crazy. That's madness. Shedeur is the top quarterback in the draft. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. Everybody take it how they want. Apparently, the only person that agrees with me is Mel Kiper, who's the expert on draft. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Deion Sanders is an evil genius. We really need to be saluting this man and giving him his flowers. Now it's being rumored that Derek Carr got a shoulder injury where he probably going to miss all this season. You talking about he done put Shedeur in a situation where this man liable to 9 times out of 10, he going to walk in as a rookie and start on a decent team. If all he got to do is come in and make his completions like he been doing, a way better O-line than he ever had in college, Shedeur going to come in and make a name for himself, and he actually going to show up and ball. Like, it's really going to piss me off that if this do work out, which I hope it does for the sake of him. Man, listen, bro. It's going to be over for the NFC South. My Panthers ain't going to make the playoffs again. Between the Saints and the Titans, Cam Ward go to the Titans and Shedeur end up at the Saints, Shedeur is going to have a better career than him. I promise you. That's guaranteed. Looking at the odds and looking at the teams, I'm telling you, going number 1 in today's day and age, it don't matter. It literally just means you got drafted to the worst team in the NFL.
This ain't the time when Jamarcus Russell got drafted and you give number 1 picks $100 million. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't even matter. Now, because of the prestige that Shedeur Sanders has had, yeah, it was making sense that he'll go to the Giants because they got a bigger market. And guess what? Shedeur can handle that because he's been around that type of pressure forever. That's cool. To him, that's nothing. That ain't nothing. The Titans, I think they're a small market. And I'm an Eddie George fan. I ain't going to hold you. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my teams. Anybody know? They used to call me Eddie George when I was a kid. Yeah, for real. So let's just do that. 2025, the team, buns. I ain't going to hold you. Even Malik Willis. I thought Malik Willis was great. He ain't look good till he got to Green Bay. The Titans as an organization, done, over with. We can cancel Christmas on that. Cam Warren being drafted there #1, that's not no slight to Shedeur. That's actually working in Shedeur's favor. If Shedeur went to the Giants, which is just as trash as the Titans in my opinion, he'd just be in a bigger market. New York, population 8 million plus. You know what I'm saying? He able to deal with that type of pressure. But I don't see Shedeur getting past the Browns. I do not see the Browns passing up on Shedeur when the ownership and management has already said that Watson was a big shot in the foot for them. All right, so if y'all ain't got no solid quarterback, who y'all gonna go and get Abdul Carter? Nothing against him. He's a good end, you know what I mean? He's you know what I'm saying? He's Michael Parsons Jr. But you need a quarterback, man. The #1 need for the Browns is a quarterback. I don't see them passing up on Shedeur. This whole Deion making a statement and now everybody's switching it just makes me feel like these so-called commentators in the NFL and the sports world, they're really more so just followers trying to be right on picks based off of what people say and not really pay attention to the facts. You know what I'm saying? Cam Ward, obviously Miami had a tougher schedule than Colorado did, tougher strength of schedule and this and that, but they still had identical numbers. You know what I'm saying? Feels up to me. I'm taking Shedeur. I don't see the Browns at #2. At this point, it's almost been confirmed from what it sounds like. Titans gonna go with Cam at 1. I don't see the Browns passing on him. I don't see the Browns passing on Shedeur in no way, shape, or form. If it happened, then we'll see. You know what I mean? And that's what we'll find out when the draft come in Green Bay. But man, I promise you, ever since Deion made that one statement, there has been mock drafts where this man has slid all the way down to 21 to the Steelers. Man, bro, listen, man. Listen. It's too many teams in the NFL that don't have a quarterback. I still feel, being a Panther fan, Cam Newton should be able to have a job. There's not 30 quarterbacks in the NFL better than him. Let's be real about life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Politics is politics. But, bro, listen. Only way the Steelers end up with Deion Sanders is if they trade up for him. I don't see Shedeur going past the Browns. Giants is the max. Even with them signing Russell Wilson and signing Jameis Winston, those not permanent solutions. That's just something for now. They're a horrible organization. They ain't got nothing going on. They let Saquon go. You know what I'm saying? They trying to do anything. But they need a quarterback that's forever for them. You build your team around your quarterback. We'll see how it go. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I like Shedeur at 2 for the Browns. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? The Steelers obviously will be a better fit. I mean, not the Steelers. The Saints obviously will be a better fit. Kamara is a Christian McCaffrey type back, I would say, all-purpose. On a carry tip, he liable to go for 75, 80, any carry. You know what I mean? And he's a receiving back. He can do it all around. They got no receivers. They just got Brandon Cooks back. You know what I mean? They building their team up where they're in a way better situation than the Browns, the Giants, and the Titans. Yeah, Deion's smart on that. Yes, it's a better situation for Shedeur all the way around. I ain't mad at him if he go to the Saints, aside from the fact that he's going to be in my division with my Panthers. I don't want that, you know. But I know Bryce showed out in the last year. We ain't going to get him, and it ain't even going to happen. So, whatever. I'm mad that we won 2 games at the end of the season for no reason. Michael Penix could have been in the playoffs. We could have got Travis Hunter early. You know, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Then we're going to keep it about Shedeur. You know what I mean? We'll delve back on that later. Nonetheless, man, I don't see Shedeur going past the Browns at 2. 3 at the Giants is a stretch. He'll only go to the Steelers if they trade up for him. You know what I mean? The Saints, it'll just have to be somewhere that's just, you know, who knows? Maybe the NFL is just rigged like that. Or people just riding coattails trying to just, they want to say they right for something to be done happen. Right is right and wrong is wrong, man. Shedeur is a great quarterback. great qualities, great leadership, great stand-up, great. You can't be a quarterback and not have correct completion percentage. To have the highest completion percentage with a trash O-line, that just means you're great at what you do. Nonetheless, that's my opinion on it. Y'all give me y'all 2 cents. Drop it in the comments, man. If I'm wrong, say that. We'll talk about it. You know, I get in there and go back and forth with you. Not back and forth, but we'll chop it up. You know what I mean? Love, man. Look, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Gift. I'm gone.
Trapping, booming, bunking, serving these junkies, nigga, it's nothing. My young niggas coming, I'm throwing them something. 30 minutes later, they pockets be jumping. We solid 100, counting these hundreds. Broke niggas hating, but they ain't saying nothing. So they bitches I'm stuffing. I fuck her, she coming. She tell me she love me, but I don't say nothing.